Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Sammy here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a singles team for BattleSpot singles on the online ranked ladder. Alright, here we go. Alright, guys, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the Pokemon Home update, all the information that we need to build a competitive team will be on there for us, right? So if we go under the singles and then we click on Pokemon ranking, we'll be able to see the top Pokemon and what sets they're running, right? We'll be able to see their moves, we'll be able to see their items, their natures even. So this lets us really build a team that can counter the top Pokemon while also building something that, again, keeping in mind the core of Fire, Water, Grass and being able to switch in and out. I still value that, so we're still going to keep true to that strategy. Okay, so looking at, I'm a little surprised here, Cinderace at the very top of the charts, huh? Alright, and let's see what items Cinderace is running here. Cinderace... Okay, Libero ability, no surprise there. Jolly nature, of course, you want to go as fast as possible. Item, Life Orb, and surprisingly, the second item is a Choice Scarf, so gotta watch out for those little surprise Choice Scarves on Cinderace. They might be able to sneak out a KO here and there. They run Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, Bounce, and Sucker Punch, and Cinderace is going to be changing types as it attacks, and it's probably the main Dynamax candidate on a team, if it ever is on a team, right? So keep in mind, if you ever see Cinderace on a team, most likely it's going to be their Ace or their Dynamax Pokemon. Fire, Flying, Fighting attacks, Dark attacks. Okay, you know, right here, right from the get-go, looking at this information, I really like Water Urshifu, the Surging Strikes one. And let me tell you why. I just came up with this in my head. Okay, so Landorus is going to intimidate you. That's kind of a problem, right? It deters Urshifu's attack, right? One big thing there, though. So Urshifu's attack always crits. So it will crit 3 times in a row. And if you didn't know this before, critical hits will ignore stat drops. So essentially, you're doing double damage on your attacks without any drawbacks, right? So you're ignoring Intimidate, you're ignoring any sort of drawbacks that your Pokemon might have. So right from the get-go, I think Choice Scarf Urshifu is fantastic here. It outspeeds Cinderace, it outspeeds Landorus. It can potentially one-hit KO each and every single one of these Pokemon. And if you choose to Dynamax, Cinderace is left without an option to protect. Not that it runs it, but if it ever needed to stall out Urshifu, it won't be able to because of its max move, right? Urshifu's max move will just bypass any form of protect, and if you Dynamax, it will bypass any max cards as well. So, yeah, I think Water Style Urshifu looking really good as the first choice here for the team for starting off, right? So Urshifu, and then from there we're just going to build off like teammates that could help. There's a little bit of a glare and it's bothering me because the green screen is set up and it's just like going transparent. Okay, it's driving me nuts. Anyways, guys, let me show you the next part of the team building, which is going to be on the same applications that I showed you before, Maryland Team Builder and Pokemon Showdown. Alright, here we go, guys. And so, looking at this, we want to start with Urshifu, just like we said, right? Choice Scarf Urshifu, very potent, deals with the top 2 threats, and that's really more that you need, and just back it up with good Pokemon. So Urshifu. Urshifu's not in the Maryland database yet, so we're going to go with a water fighting type. In this case, we're going to choose Poliwrath, and that's just because we want to look at this information, right? Urshifu. Okay. So the next biggest threat, I believe it was Fini, right? Tapu Fini. We need some sort of good answer to Tapu Fini. And honestly, I think Regieleki looks really good here. It's actually not present in the top usage in singles battles. In doubles battles, it's at the very top, right? It's one of the best Pokemon. If you haven't checked out that video, it is up here in one of the cards. I'll make sure to link that on there. And it will also be in the comment section below. Regieleki could be really good here. Could be really, honestly, you outspeed Cinderace, and you can probably paralyze it or set up screens and volt switch out. Just have to watch out for Landorus. So maybe Regieleki is good here, or we could also go for Rillaboom. However, I'm leaning more for Regieleki because it helps against the Celesteela as well. So Regieleki helps against Tapu Fini, Celesteela, opposing Zapdos, and yeah, it looks really good. Okay, so we're gonna go with Regieleki, second option right here. Look at us. Okay, that's the previous team for double battles. You can find that paste if you're interested in testing out that team with Dragonite weakness policy. Very, very strong stuff. You can definitely check it out. Let's see, Battle Spot singles. Where? You know what? We'll just use the VGC 2021. So we're gonna start with Urshifu. We're gonna use the G-Max form. Though honestly, it's worth considering not using the G-Max form because you might be able to set up the rain and just really reduce the damage from the opposing Cinderace. We'll think about it, but for now we'll keep the G-Max form. You have to remember there's a trade-off for not using the G-Max. There's also less power on your max move, so keep that in mind. Urshifu, we're gonna go with a Choice Scarf, right? So what good moves can we go for? Obviously, Close Combat is a no-brainer. Aqua Jet, I think, is good if we're ever in a situation where we need to squeak out a knockout, clinch it out with an Aqua Jet. We also need Surging Strikes, right? That's the signature move. We could go for a U-turn, I think. U-turn's a really good option. Just to reposition, switch out, especially if you're fast, that's really good. That also synergizes really well with Regieleki if we need to volt switch in and out, and also U-turn. So we're going to go max speed, max attack, adamant nature, because we have a Choice Scarf. We don't need to have a speed boosting priority in nature, right? So we're going to go ahead and switch over now to the second Pokemon, which is going to be Regieleki. So Regieleki, honestly, I'm really considering a Focus Sash here. But honestly, what is Regieleki doing against Landorus, right? What kind of moves does Regieleki have? I don't think it can do anything, honestly. Light Screen, Reflect. Yeah, you can set up a Reflect, and that's about it. I mean, you can't really touch Landorus, unfortunately. You could self-destruct, blow up on it, or you could Swift. Swift to... I mean, you could max move Swift for... for lowering the speed, right? But I really don't think... I think Regieleki just shines as an electric Pokemon. Focus Sash is the obvious choice here. Not Focus Band. And then after the Focus Sash here, we're going to select the attacks, which are, in this case, Thunderbolt. We're going to go for Volt Switch, right? We need to reposition. Thunder Cage. Signature move, really strong. Damage over time. And it also traps Pokemon very, very... that has a lot of value in singles, because if you're trapped, you can reposition, and the opponent can't switch out, so that's actually really strong. Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Thunder Cage, and some sort of supporting move would be really nice. Rapid Spin could get rid of any sort of hazards. In doubles, hazards are not very prominent, but they are in singles because a lot of switching happens in singles, right? So that deters a little bit of switching. It's worth considering also running some sort of coverage move, maybe like Ancient Power, right? We might be able to damage opposing Pokemon that take damage from Rock, that don't take damage from Electric, in this case Landorus. We might be able to squeak out or knock out if you know, Landorus is low and we're stuck in a situation where it's 1v1 and all we have is lightning moves, then we're not going to be able to win, right? We might as well just forfeit because Landorus is just going to click Earthquake and we're going to just attack with an electric move. Ground is immune, and that's the end of that. So we're going to go Modest Nature, and honestly, I really don't think we need any speed. Just Regieleki's speed is so ridiculous that it just outspeeds everything without any effort at all. I think the benchmark is you just want to look out for Pheromosa. Pheromosa's speed is pretty high up there. It's the next fastest Pokemon that could really contest Regieleki. So if we ever run into one, we want to make sure that we're confident enough to outspeed a timid nature Pheromosa, right? Or Jolly in this case, whatever that may be. Whatever speed, positive boosting nature. So let's set that to 50. Okay, 223 speed. So we just got to make sure that we're a little bit faster than 223. I think it's 8 points. No, it should be 16, 20, 223. So that's what we want to be over. So we want to be 224, right? Let's do 24, 28. There we go, 28. And then we'll dump the rest into HP. So there we go. Modest Regieleki hits like a truck with all electric moves thanks to Transistor. And that's the next Pokemon. Okay, so Regieleki, I want a Grass Pokemon. I want a Grass Pokemon to set up the terrain so that Regieleki takes reduced damage from ground moves. And if you haven't already... If this image hasn't come up in your head already, then I'm going to go ahead and put that in right now. Rillaboom. Rillaboom is phenomenal. You slap a Choice Band on this guy, and it just does so much damage. And then the Grassy Glide is a priority move, and it's just ridiculous. It hits so hard when it has a Choice Band. So we're going to go Grassy Glide. We're going to go Wood Hammer for the sure knockouts. And then we can go coverage moves, so we can go high horsepower and knock off here. Obviously, in doubles, we would get a little bit of value from the fake out, but in this case, that's just a dead turn, right? Because there's no other Pokemon on the field to take advantage of disabling a Pokemon via fake out. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that alone. We're not gonna look at fake out. We're gonna go modest, or sorry, adamant, 252 attack. I really don't know if there's anything that we want to outspeed, or that. I think Tapu Fini, right? Tapu Fini, we just have to make sure that we're outspeeding. Okay, Bold Nature Tapu Fini. I believe it was 113. So the other resource, again, Picolytics, guys. If you don't have this bookmarked already, save it. It's super helpful for looking at stats and Pokemon. So Tapu Fini. Let's look at Tapu Fini here. Battle Stadium, Showdown. Okay, Showdown. Okay, Tapu Fini has a 52 investment in speed. So what does Tapu Fini look like with 52 speed, right? I believe it's 113. I think it's 113. I'm not sure. 52. 112. Okay, so we just need to make sure that we're above 112. Was this 20, I think? No, a little bit more. 40. It's just a little bit of a guessing game, guys, until you figure out exactly how much points you need. 52... 56, 60. Okay. I'm also going to speed creep any Tapu Finis that think they're clever by going 1 point above. I'm going to actually Giga Brain them and go 1 point above their point. So we're going to go ahead and go into 115. 68. 72, I think. 76. There we go. 76 in speed, just to make sure we outspeed all the common Tapu Finis and those clever Tapu Finis that are trying to speed creep other Tapu Finis by 4 points. Guess what? We're speed creeping you too. So we're at 115 speed, and then we'll dump the rest into HP, right? So we're going to check real quick that we're not wasting points. So 180, 176... Okay, that's great. Okay, so there we go. We got 180 attack. We got our Rillaboom with this Choice Band. Hits like a darn truck. So what Pokemon do we want to use next? We got water. We got electric. We got grass. I saw Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is a bit of an issue. So we want to make sure Porygon 2 is not a problem, right? We need to make sure we have an answer to Porygon 2. I think, ironically, Cinderace fits the bill. Cinderace demolishes Porygon 2. Cinderace also demolishes Celesteela. Celesteela, a bit of a problem, right? So let's go ahead and slap a Cinderace on here. We're going to go with the Life Orb set. We're going to go with the G-Max version. G-Max version just hits a lot harder. If you didn't know, G-Max move has 10 more base points, and it ignores all abilities like Flash Fire. So you can hit those pesky Heatrans, which honestly I just thought of that. That's a little mental note that I'm making for doubles, because Heatran might go up in popularity and Cinderace might be a fantastic way to check that. So Life Orb, we haven't used the Life Orb yet. We got Focus Sash, Choice Scarf, Choice Band, Life Orb. Okay, so we're going to go Libero. Obviously that's the unanimous best ability for Cinderace. Blaze is not even in the question. We're going to go Pyro Ball. We're going to go High Jump Kick. We're going to go Bounce because we like speed boosts, and we're going to go Sucker Punch. Alright, so we're going to go Jolly, max attack, max speed. Nothing fancy here. We're not speed creeping anything. Alright. Alright. I'm actually really liking this team, guys. I'm really liking it. We got 2 starters out of the 3. Sorry, Inteleon. I love Inteleon, don't get me wrong. He's actually my favorite out of all 3. Yeah, we're going to use, looks like 3 G-Max. We got Regieleki. What else do we need, guys? What else do we need? Pesky Ultra Beasts can be a problem. We also don't have a lot of answers to Fairy Pokemon, so maybe a Steel Pokemon, right? A Steel Pokemon that can really damage Fairies and Rock types. Who do we have that is Steel? Let's take a look at Cerebi, right? Let's look at Excadrill. Cerebi. And then we're gonna take a look at the catalog of Steel-type Pokemon, right? So you can do this, by the way. This is something that you can do. Whenever you go to Cerebi, down here you can click on the type, and it'll give you a list of all the Pokemon that are available in that game of that type. So we got Scizor. You can take a look here. We got Metagross. Metagross. Ooh, I love me some Metagross. Unironically, Heatran. Durant could really do some damage. Durant was really strong in Battle Spot Season 4, I think? Or Season 3, I can't remember, but it was an absolute monster. I love to use Duraludon, I love Duraludon, but I really don't see it shining in singles. It has a very, very low speed stat. It just gets demolished by Cinderace and so many other things like Landorus. Tapu Fini gives it a hard time because of the misty terrain. So that's just really, really unfortunate. Maybe Corviknight. I'm looking at Corviknight and I like it. Actually, you know what? I am actually trolling. We can actually type Steel here and then filter out any potential Steel Pokemon that are really good. Stakataka. You know, Stakataka might be really good because we might be able to set up the Trick Room, right? And if Stakataka sets up Trick Room and then Dynamaxes that next turn and starts to accumulate Beast Boosts, that could just be really, really strong, you know? I like it. I'm entertaining the idea. I'm not discarding it. What else do we have? Aegislash. Sorry, buddy. You were good back in Season 6, or Generation 6. Not anymore. Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn looks good. A lot of teams can just outright lose to Ferrothorn if they don't have an answer to it. And by answer, I mean Ember or any other Fire-type move. Magnezone. Magnezone might be really strong. Let's see here. Showdown did the offline thing that I hate. What else do we have? Melmetal, I'd love to use that, but I can't. He's not legal. Escavalier, maybe Lucario. We have to think about items too when selecting the last few Pokemon, because we also have to think about the items that we've exhausted. We've exhausted Choice Scarf, right? And Lucario with middling speed might be, I don't know, he might be a liability. Honestly, we don't have any weakness policy users, and I'm really liking the idea of using Metagross. Metagross with a weakness policy? What does Metagross accomplish, though? Because we also have to keep in mind, you know, what are you accomplishing? Is there anything that could be switching out to Metagross? Anything in particular? Like, let's say Urshifu is taking a flying move. I guess Metagross could switch in, but that's not the best, right? Yeah, I really don't know. Actually, I'm drawing a blank. Maybe Swords of Justice? Terrakion, Cobalion? Because we got great answers against Tapu Fini, Landorus, and Cinderace. And then the rest is kind of like middle-of-the-pack Pokemon that just kind of do well, but don't do too well against anything else. Maybe Ultra Beast? You know, circling back to the Stakataka, it might be a really good option. Let's see, what else? Registeel, maybe? Registeel looks interesting. Clear Body. Heatran with a balloon. Drawing a blank. Maybe we don't have to go a Steel-type Pokemon. Maybe we can go... Is there any other water Pokemon that could benefit on this team? Maybe Lapras? As you can see, like, do you see how basic battling on singles is? Basically, singles battles is just a little bit more straightforward, right? Less strategy involved. Very linear. Very binary, right? So it's just A or B. You lead X Pokemon, your opponent leads Y Pokemon. You switch, you attack, that's about it. But doubles, you can redirect, you can set up Trick Room, you can snowball with max moves early. There's just so many more options and many variables to consider. Gastrodon could be good. Kind of checks a lot of stuff too. Cinderace, Landorus, Tapu Fini even. Mimikyu. Mimikyu was very strong a few seasons. I kept my eye on the singles ladder. So maybe Excadrill is not a bad option here. Maybe another fighting Pokemon that could just really check the Porygon 2, right? Or a slow Pokemon that could help us in the Trick Room matchup. Let's see. Honestly, I feel like slapping Talonflame on here just for the priority. It just might be able to... I have to stop saying that. We might be able to just grab a win, right, with priority Brave Bird. Or even Togekiss. Togekiss looks good too. Thinking long and hard about this one. Okay, call me crazy, but I think Milotic does fantastic here. No. What about Tapu Koko? Tapu Koko to set up the terrain? Regieleki Volt switches out. What does Regieleki go into? Celesteela. I'm going Excadrill. Assault Vest, Excadrill. I'm drawing a blank. 4 Pokemon. What else? Maybe a ground. I guess we could go Landorus. But then I feel like we fall into this pitfall where we have Pokemon that could really just shine, but we're not adding them. Yeah, you know what? Landorus is not bad. Landorus is great. Intimidate, or let's see what other Intimidate users we have, right? So we're going to go back here, and let's take a look at Intimidate as an option. Who do we have as a good Intimidate user? Salamence? Oh, Dragapult! Guys, Dragapult. Dragapult completely escaped me. Dragapult is a fantastic Pokemon. Because of his fantastic speed, and also Dragapult just really snowballs really hard. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go. Can we go special Dragapult here? Let's think. Yeah, we have a lot of physical attackers actually. Minus the Regieleki. Yeah, you know what? Dragapult and Stakataka. That's gonna be the team, guys. Okay, so Dragapult, max attack. Max speed. We're going to go Jolly. We're going to go 4 points into HP. Weakness policy? No, weakness policy is going to go on the Stakataka. So, what items do we have left? Honestly, I'm really curious. Choice Scarf, Focus Sash, Choice Band, Life Orb. I don't want to put weakness policy in Dragapult. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste. I mean... what can hit Dragapult super effectively, right? Tapu Fini? Mimikyu? Okay. I could see it, but then what do we run on Stakataka? Maybe a Shuka Berry or a Chople Berry? Okay. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go with a weakness policy on the Dragapult, guys, and then we're going to go Clear Body. We don't want to be intimidated, and we don't want drops from max moves. We're going to go with Dragon Darts. Dragon Darts is going to be a really strong option in singles. It's going to do lots of damage. Dragon Dance, we want to be able to boost our speed. We don't need Protect in singles, so let's take advantage of that, right? You know, low-key, I'm not using any Protect. And the doubles player in my heart is saying, you're missing Protect, you're missing Protect. Let's go Phantom Force. And then coverage move, we could go Flamethrower. Just in case for any steel types like Celesteela or maybe Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt might be helpful just to set up the electric terrain and stop the... Yeah. And to stop the spores. Spores from Amoonguss and other Pokemon that like to spam sleep, like Sleep Powder, Venusaur. So yeah, that's definitely worth considering. So being able to set up max lightning and set up the max, the electric terrain, sorry. So honestly, let's actually go Naive Nature, right? And then we'll go 4 points into Special Attack. Just to make sure we're doing the most damage we can do. And then Stack Attacka. We'll go Choppleberry, just because... Gotta watch out for those ×4 fighting moves. Those fighting moves hurt a lot. So we're gonna go Trick Room. We're gonna go... what are we going? What are we going? Rock Slide? Yeah, we like to flinch. We like to flinch stuff. We are gonna go Gyro Ball. And Body Press. And then we're gonna go 0 speed. That's good. Brave Nature? Or do we go Defense Nature plus? Yeah, we'll go plus Defense Nature. So it's relaxed, I believe. Yes. We'll go... Honestly, do we need Max Attack? I really don't think we do. At the same time, we're setting up Trick Room and we want to be dishing out the most damage we can. So 4 HP and 252 attack. And there you have it, guys. That's the singles team. I'll be leaving this paste in the teams in the description of the video, guys. So if you're interested in trying out this team, if you like what I've put together here, sorry, why is OBS doing that? Okay. Anyways, yeah, if you want to use this team, feel free to test it out. Link is in the description here. You can click it, and it'll automatically give you the paste for Showdown. And as soon as I make a the team in-game, I'll go ahead and post a screenshot here if you want to use that team as well. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what type of content you want to see in the future. I'm keeping eye outs on the comments that you guys have been leaving me. I really do appreciate you guys calling me underrated and all that stuff. So I'm really excited to start making content for you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.